Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to elders and apostles, a great millstone who are teaching the truth in sincerity, and shout out to Yakim is out there on the four quarters of the earth proclaiming this truth. Bracha the Yahweh, Bracha the Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash, Bracha. So, this devil's coming in, with a new plan to try to get everybody to take this injection because, not everybody's willing to come and get it. Even though the news is showing you that everybody's eager to get it. No, they're not. Or else they wouldn't even be fucking trying this shit, right? So your next stimulus check, well, this is what's going on with that.
To make it clear, this next round of stimulus doesn't seem to have any bit of stimulus checks in it for the American people. They are talking about putting money in there for businesses, for unemployment, and for all these other things, some $908 billion. But what they're not talking about doing is sending out a round of stimulus checks. So if you go looking, you'll find a little bit of talk about the stimulus checks. But guess what? Democrats are proposing that if you want this stimulus check, a $1,500 one, you have to prove that you've been vaccinated. So all of a sudden, what would have been and should have been the second round of stimulus checks is now being used as a carrot on a stick in front of the people to get them to come and get the jab. A $1,500 check. This is a proposal by the Democrats. Insane. Insane. Once again, if this is really what it was all cracked up to be, then everything would be different. You wouldn't have people doing what they're doing. We would see mountains of bodies stacked up if this was truly what it was said to be. You wouldn't have presidents and ex-presidents saying they'll go on TV to get the shot to convince you. They're trying to sell you on it. If this was real, you'd done be sold. There wouldn't be no need to have to do that. Hello. So, for any of the fools that go out there and get the jab just for this $1,500, that's on you. A heads up to everyone else on what they're proposing. I'll break this down further on the next live stream.
And that's just it, though. You see, we can't talk about that here, so that's why I tell you, check me out on Daily Motion. The links are down below. Again, they are, trying to create new incentives and all that by taking away your freedoms. And then offering some of your freedoms back if you do it. Pretty much you're not going to be able to buy, sell, say that has it, And it's starting out with this, You won't be able to buy or sell unless you have had the injection. I mean, pretty much. And the only way to prove that, well, they're working on that too, is that chip. It's always been about the mark of the beast. I mean, I admit that we sound like a broken record, but again, that's part of the song, the 144,000. If any man should worship the beast and his image, and whosoever shall receiveth the mark of his name, the same shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. What's that talking about? The third woe that cometh quickly. And so this is another video about how they're pressuring people to take this injection. And again, man, don't be pressured into it. In other words, it might be tough. You have to get another job or something. But at the same time, though, it's just it, man. I mean, because this is just the beginning of having to refuse and being tried and just not being pressured into taking the mark of the beast. Ultimately, is what it's about. So you got to take a stand now that you're not, no, I'm not going to agree to that. No, I'm not getting tested. No, I'm not going to take this injection.
All right, Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, giving our honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Harukah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. All right, this is Brother Yashiyah, part of Men about South Carolina, and I'm just coming at you with a quick lesson on, the upcoming future. All right, and as we know, these jabs are getting prepared. All right, and they really want to basically give everyone a jab, but they're going to start out because, as we know, Esau deals with incrementalism and gradualism as part of his witchcraft. So instead of coming all out with it, just being up front and saying, hey, we want to do this, they use incrementalism and gradualism, okay? They use deceit, So they're using deceit right now to basically say, well, we care about the people, so we're going to start with the elderly and we're going to start with, essential workers. Now, me, myself, I'm a so-called essential worker, okay? And that means that, I should be preparing to potentially lose my job soon, and I am, and Lord's will, He keep the spirit on me to, have the same energy when that time comes. But yeah, I'm ready to stop working anyway, man. It's getting it's getting tiring, man. But hey, if it comes to taking a jab or keeping a measly job, the job is gone, man. And I think, and other brothers likewise in the same situation, to take that into consideration now, so that it doesn't take you by storm. It doesn't take you by surprise per se. Okay, so we'll read a little bit of this article, and then I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, man. All right, this is this part of the article is defining essential. The drive-through window at a fast food restaurant in Albuquerque. Food service workers who have high risk of infection from, the thing. There are about 90 million essential workers worldwide, as defined by a division of the Department of Homeland Security, that compiled a roster of jobs that help maintain critical infrastructure during a pandemic. That list is long, and because there won't be enough doses to reach everyone at first, states are preparing to make tough decisions. Louisiana's preliminary plan, for example, puts prison guards and food processing workers ahead of teachers and grocery employees. Nevada prioritizes education and public transit workers over those in retail and food processing. This is a breakdown of essential and frontline jobs. And in my state, 54 are frontline workers and 73 are essential. But as you look, for the most part, in pretty much every state, the majority of the workers compared to frontline workers are essential. So that tells you right there that they already have a lot of people. They have a large base to start out with, with the jabs, man. At this early point, many state plans put at least some people who are older and live independently, or people who have medical conditions, ahead of most essential workers. Though that could change after the CDC committee makes a formal recommendation of the next phase. One occupation whose priority is being hotly debated is teaching. The CDC includes educators are essential workers, but not everyone agrees with that designation. Mark Lipsitch, an infectious disease epidemiologist at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, argued that teachers should not be included as essential workers if a central goal of the committee is to reduce health inequities. Teachers have middle-class salaries and are very often white, and they have college degrees, he said. And of course, they should be treated better, but they are not among the most mistreated of workers. Elise Gold, a senior economist at the Economic Policy Institute, disagreed. Teachers not only ensure that children do not fall further behind in their education, she said, but are also critical to the workforce at large. When you talk about this proportionate impact and you're concerned about people getting back into the labor force, many are mothers and they will have a harder time if their children do not have a reliable place to go, she said. And if you think generally about people who have jobs where they can't telework, they are disproportionately black and brown. They have more of a challenge when child care is an issue. See, now they're right here, they're using the Hegelian dialectic, man. Okay, one opposing side is talking about how teachers don't need to get it first. It needs to be, essential workers per se, because they don't even classify teachers as so-called essential workers. All right, and then you have another opposing side talking about involving children and mothers and teachers and black and brown people. And then the dude previously on the opposing side was talking about the whites. So there you go. And guess what? The solution is going to be everybody gets it. You know. So this is witchcraft right here, man. All right. Let's see. In September, academic researchers analyzed the Department of Homeland Security's list of essential workers and found it broadly mirrored the demographics of the American labor force. Wow. The researchers proposed a narrower, more vulnerable category, frontline workers such as food deliverers, cashiers, and emergency medical technicians who must work face-to-face with others and are thus at the greater risk of contracting the V. By this definition, said Francine D. Blau, a labor economist at Cornell University and the author of the study, teachers belong in the larger category for essential workers. However, when they work in classrooms rather than remotely, she said they would fit into the frontline group. Individual states categorize teachers differently. So, you know, this is going back and forth. But basically, they want everybody to take this thing, man. Okay? I'm going to read this real fast and then get some scripture. The essential workers on the federal list make up nearly 7% of the American labor force. The researchers said compared with 42% of the frontline workers. Women made up 39% of frontline workers, and in certain occupations far more. Frontline workers' education levels are lower, as are their wages. On average, just under $22 an hour. The proportion of black and Hispanic workers is higher than in the broader category of essential workers. So there you go. They want, you know, they're going to target you blacks and Hispanics, of course, you know, to take this jab, to keep your job. So just be prepared to not take it. Of course, we have families, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to trust the Lord first and foremost, man. Because taking that thing, it's going to end bad. You know, there's nothing good. There's not an upside of taking that thing, man. So let me get a couple scriptures, man, because there's going to be an hour of temptation, man. You're going to have to choose. Do you fear the Lord or do you fear man? All right. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, that's going to be a form of the hour of temptation, but the ultimate hour of temptation is going to be if you're going to take that RFID microchip, because that's the you take that and you have no hope. You take, you know, the jab, you will have no hope at all either, but that's just a precursor to, you know, taking the RFID microchip, right? So, Revelation 13, 15. And this is verse 16, and he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And like I said, this jab is just a precursor to that. If you take the jab, you're going to take the chip, you know, because you really don't have any faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And hey, like Elder Pastor Hart went in through, you know, a week ago, a couple weeks ago, if that, the God gene and trying to destroy your God gene, man. So you take that, you know, I'm not saying it will destroy the, you know, God gene per se, but it's not going to end good, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to look at you like an Edomite, a chocolate covered Edomite, man. Even though you are one of his people, you take that jab. Last one, Revelation 12:12, because he's speeding up the times, man, speeding up his agenda. Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So, hey, stay prayed up, repent, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahushua B'Hashem, Harakah HaKodash, double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. Shalom.